Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is Ahdoom, and we're going to be playing another exciting round of Darkest Dungeon, Crimson Court. I've been having so much fun with the Flagellant. I've just got to take him out again. Thorell is my new favorite character because I don't know how he works, and that tickles me in ways that are strange and exciting. In any case, we've picked ourselves a medium apprentice-based match. Probably just going to do this one dungeon crawl in this episode because it's getting relatively late where I am and I need to sleep at some stage because I've got lots to do tomorrow. In any case, party mix is going to be a Hellion with a warrior's cap and a selfish pendant, Flagellant carrying Barristan's head to amp his protection and deal with his squishiness, even though him being being squished is a good thing at times. Bosk the occultist with an eldritch killing incense and a speedstone, and then finally Castellon the Arbalist in their first offing with a Book of Sanity and Distance's Head, which cancels out the stress impact and just reduces his HP slightly in exchange for 25% extra damage, which I hope isn't going to kill me too horribly. Do a quick skill change right here. We'll keep Blind Fire, but I will get rid of Rallying Flare. Right, let's provision up. It's a medium-based match, and we are going to be going into the Warrens, which means we should want to bring a fairly balanced mix of provisions. 2 holy waters, 2 skeleton keys, 2 medicinal herbs, 2 shovels, torch and a half, and food and forge. Do a quick double check. No one has any food issues here. Nope. And stress versus beast is probably going to be a problem for poor old Castellon, but to just see how he, or I should say, see how she does. While things are loading, just want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching them. It's great having an audience, and I've gotten some great feedback from you guys. Keep it coming, keep the likes coming, keep the subs coming as well, so I can share these videos with more people, and let's get in there.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
I think the best route I have this one is going to be to head north, go here, double back, and then go all the way around and then loop up. And there's going to have to be some doubling back no matter what. Alternatively, I can do this, double back. There's going to be some doubling back. There's no way around that. But I would rather start the treasure room battle than anything else. This is definitely going to be on the long end of a medium mission, so I'm glad that I chose this one as being a single run only. Do have some bandages because they came with, I think, the Flagellant, so we'll just use them now and free up the inventory slot. Alright, that's some food, and that will probably come in handy given the length of the mission. Carrying through into the first room, fully radiant.
The promise of safety.
Let's see how we do. Drums of Doom. Some dodges, but the Hellion is looking a little freaked. Opening moves. No chance for an insta-kill. Abyssal Artillery is the best spread, and I think we should be able to finish off the Wretch with an Iron Swan. 2 6s, and no complaints from me. Bomber drops down on the Arbalist. She's already looking just a little bit freaked out. I'm not sure this is going to work on a stress level, but needed a healer rather than the jester, so let's see how we do.
Their formation is broken.
Nice kill.
The offensive.
Great dodge. Man, that Hellion is really proving their worth today. Let's drop a punish here and see if we can get the kill. Bleed resist is pretty low, so it should work out. 5 damage plus 4 bleed. That drummer is not long for this world. Stun takes on the Arbalist, and I'm getting worried about her viability. But let's just keep carrying on. We can drop a punish down on the Karen Eater and probably get the kill. Or start some better damage on the chopper. Let's get started with the Karen Eater. That's not enough to get the kill, unfortunately. Which will be somewhat limiting.
Gently.
But we can work with that, I think. Okay, munch on the Flagellant, and that's a dodge. It's neither good nor bad. Looking at things, I want to make sure that I'm denying them a turn. but that Carrion Eater is gone anyway in its next, so that's completely fine by me. Could drop an If It Bleeds, which will get around the protection this chappie is carrying, and that feels like a prudent course of action. Not incredible bleeds, but not too shabby either. Drop a heal back here, and that works out just fine. Now there's some synergy between the bit of damage there. Some synergy between these two chaps. Actually, I've got some healing to do, and that might not be the worst thing in the world. I take a sniper shot, but it's going to be relatively limited in damage without that mark. Could drop a mark, but it doesn't last that long. That said, reducing that chopper's dodge could be incredible for criticals. But I really need to be landing some crits, and I can only get crits with damage, so let's give that sniper shot a shot. 7 damage, not too shabby. And carrying things through, we'll punish this chap. 6 damage, and he is absolutely dead in his next turn, which leaves me nothing to do but faff. Now we've got 4 HP down, chance for bleed. Let's take that chance. 8 up, and we're shiny. And that's really as good as we can be. I mean, we can buff ourselves, I guess. That's not a bad call. Won't last, and it won't ever be put to use, but there you go. Let's try a blind fire. That takes, I guess, with only one person left, blind fire will take. In any case, we get some free herbs and a few crests, and let's check out the chest. It's trapped, but there is no consequence to me today. No siree bob. Secret room. Oh yes, love me some secret room. Love me some secret room. I've got the room for a secret room, and I've already got 2 of the 3 heads. I think there are 3 heads. That's all there is. Get the sack's contents. They are mine. Minety mine. Now,
as the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I'm considering changing midstream and getting rid of Exsanguinate in favor of Endure, because I need some way of dealing with this person's stress, and I think his stress is, I want to see this guy get afflicted. I want to see the Flagellant's, like, loco, hulked out state. Let's press on, but concerned the secret room vanished there for a second, and here we go. Let's unlock this ancient artifact. That's Junior's head, which will come in very useful. 2 trapezohedrons. So that 3 times fast. Yeah.
If you value such things.
I do value such things, thank you. Now the question is, do I want to be doing more damage and be more squishy, or do I want to be doing better heals? I think more damage is pretty useful. I mean, plus 30% healing skills is also relatively compelling, but I get the feeling that if I don't actually get any kills with this Obelisk, she's never going to level up. I don't know if that's found in anything at all, but let's press on and see how we do. Free torch, which is timely.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Now, I'm going to do a bit of a sneaky switcheroo. I'm not going to go all the way down this corridor. I'm just going to advance just the Curio and then backtrack. Not going to even... Well, no, I'll use that. I think it's going to be a damage buff of some kind, and we'll drop that on the... Actually, direct damage is done by the Hellion. She's my damage dealer. Great. And, yep, plus 30% damage to camp. Take a teensy bit of stress from walking backwards, and we'll avoid that obstacle right there. Some cheeky imp has dropped a trap in my way, so I need to find the right person to disarm it, and let's take the chance on the occultist. Nice. Is anyone else hearing that dripping? Is that just the music here in the Warrens? Anyway, might just be losing my mind. It's 1 in the morning, and I'm playing Darkest Dungeons. It's a good place to lose your mind.
Beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright, Curio room battle. Nice. Nicety nice. That madman's going to be a likely target for some killing. But taking away some of that stress is going to be a bigger focus for my, for my Flagellant, I think. Because, don't mind him breaking, but I do mind her going loco. Look, let's get things started with sniper shot. Random target ranged, right. Damage chance is pretty high, to be honest, but sniper shot actually has a better damage range than the others. Let's try and get the kill on that slasher. 9 a turn. Not going to work out, unfortunately. That's how it goes sometimes. Hook where it hurts on the Hellion, and it's a dodge and a reposition as well. Abyssal Artillery, though, should clean up that slasher as well as work down the Madman, which is just fine by me. Take out the Madman conclusively. Boom! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But no one else gets the de-stress, unfortunately. Oh, crit for that much. And it's 10 damage as well from bleeding. I need to cure that damage ASAP, and it's gonna occupy her turn. His stress is 50, hers is 47. I'm confident that he's gonna get lots of critical hits. Not so confident about the Arbalist, so we'll take that stress away and take it onto ourselves, because life is pain. Buff, heal, and do all the things on the Hellion, because that's important, and let's press on. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired and slow. I should be a bit more excited and excitable at this. Drop a Winter Construction for 14. Fantastic, but that bleed comes right back, but it's a lesser bleed. It's now an equal bleed. Oh well. Alright, sniper shot down on the Wretch to get a chance to take him out. Boom! Beautiful kill. Beautiful kill there. And let's keep dealing with stress where we can. How much to tip me over the edge? That's the question. That is the question. Let's try. Let's just do some damage. How about that? Let's just do some damage for the moment. Beautiful hit, full damage, and a great bleed running through. We will not drop a weird reconstruction, but instead we will drop a mark on the chopper.
A devastating blow.
It's a bit of stress relieved as well. Butcher's Cut on the Occultist, 6 damage, which is pretty substantial given how squishy she is. He is, I should say. They are. And that bleed is now gone. Sniper shot, though, is not in range. That's so frustrating. Okay, let's see how blind fire works. There's only one living character, and it hits. Yeah, it hits them. That's how it works. Right. Get a free turn, and we'll focus that free turn on doing some healing goodness on the Occultist. Lovely, lovely stuff. And let's get ourselves a bit closer to pushing us. Actually, let's not push ourselves over the edge too much. I guess the plan is to get afflicted and then reduce our stress so we don't have a heart attack. Now this guy is dead no matter what, so we may as well just get whatever health we can. Faff around. Love me some faffing. Keep that going with the wound reconstruction, and hopefully I don't get a bleed out of that. Nope, we are good, and we are good as they come. Okay, so no need for that food. That citrine is worth a number approaching 0. I think we're fine to leave those behind. Now, quick check of the Sacrificial Stone. I can't quite remember what it does. Let's go back to Karamazul's cheat sheet and have a look. Again, I keep my brain on the Sacrificial Stones. We can kind of live without them. I mean, I could try and take that buff and use the stress if it comes in to make Thorell go loco, but I think it's worth skipping. Alright, so we have to do 90% of rooms. I'm going to go up this way. I can probably afford to leave that cure and that trap behind. Those could be some famous last words, but we're not expecting any trouble. Let's just press on, take a hunger check, and burn some torches. Lovely jubbly. Carrying on. Unscouted, but unworried. Nothing yet. Okay. And a curio and a corridor battle. Sack with a map, which tells me about strange and foreign lands. Moving on, let's torch up here so we're very radiant when this combat starts. No surprise, unfortunately,
Only the strength to follow it.
but that's fine. I could start with an Abyssal Artillery, I could start with a Mark. Let's start with an Abyssal Artillery. Hope for the best, 6 and 4, that's not too shabby. Reign of Sorrows. Well, that's not going to do enough damage to really count for anyone, so let's try and get a kill where we can. 5 damage, and if that bleed takes, yes, he's dead in his next turn. Beautiful. Madman advances as well. Accusation. Oh, it's perfect. Let's see how we do. Thorell's resolve is tested, and he is Rapturous.
The human mind, fragile, like a robin's egg.
Fragile like a robin's egg. Hook where it hurts. Crit for 10. Damn.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
What does this do to you? Now that you're Rapturous, what happens? Is something supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen? Alright, we've got an Arbalist we can go for a kill, and we have an okay chance at it. Or we can help out our poor Occultist and not rely on weirder construction to make the difference. Those heals are relatively disappointing. I should have probably done the damage, but there you go. You live and you learn. Definitely time to wrap up that Madman, though. Beautiful kill.
The enemy crumbles.
And what's happening? Why did I want to make you freak out? There must have been a reason for it. Like you have an ability or some stat boosts or something. Plus 25 damage. Speed. Damage and speed. What else? Anything else? Death Lure is the same. Oh, damage and speed is pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to take the chance of him dying from a heart attack over it, but there we go. 4 damage done, and the bleed takes, so that chappie is dead in his next turn. We will drop a weirder construction on ourselves as the Occultist for nothing and nothing.
Give them
And
no quarter.
where it hurts, we'll drop in the Hellion regardless. Crit for 11. Man, I need to spend some turns faffing. That is absolutely certain. Self-heal the Hellion doesn't do amazing stuff, but every little bit counts. Let's keep healing up the Occultist because he is squishy. And okay, set upon by tempting visions, a light guide me. He does himself some damage. Damn, alright. That's nasty. I'm going to want to take care of his stress as quickly as I can. Drop a weirder construction. The Hellion have the best. Yep, 8 is not too shabby at all. And that's combat.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, so is this where I use Laudanum? I have to do some Googling. Alright, let's press on and carefully consider where we'll be camping. We have a whole bunch of empties, and I don't think I'm going to accrue too much stress. I might pick here or here to camp. Yeah, okay, let's press on regardless. Cure coming up, and that's always exciting, and it's a cure that I like. Holy water. Blessings be. Crests and keys. Happy days.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That's a known empty, and we'll press onto a corridor battle and an empty room. Let's hope to get a scout next time around to have a better insight to what's happening. That is normally just food, but I've been wrong before, and I'd be wrong to pass it up, so let's give it a shot. That is food. I have free food. I'm low on health. I'm carrying 2 full stacks of food as well, so I may as well have the nosh. Let's enjoy that nibble and move on. Sadly, get that combat started in dim, but I think we should be fine. Are you literally going to make yourself bleed? Nope, you're going to move yourself into position 1, which isn't too problematic for me at this stage. Where can I do the most good? By denying them an action. 6 damage and a kill with a bleed? No, it doesn't take because the bleed resist is too damn high. Well, let's finish him now. Boom. Drum's habilitation on the occultist, so he's marked, but otherwise uninjured. Wicked hack. If it bleeds. Very much if it bleeds. Okay. 2 damage, not quite dead in the next turn. We can do something about that I am certain of. Boom. Alright, no more stress from you, Mr. Piggy. Ball and chain, and that stun will take because this Arbalist is level 0, which is to say Zilch, which is to say Nada, which is to say FS. Let us see what we can do from here. Punish him makes clear and logical sense. Reduces his bleed resistance to literally nothing, which means if it bleeds it's going to be all that better. Critical hit for 5, and the move effects, and stress goes up, and he's stunned. Well, that's a party stun for you. If it bleeds now, 10 damage, and this piggy is a dead piggy very quickly. Just really comes down to where and when I'll have a chance to faff. Now, I've got a fantastic... Actually, I should, before I do that... Camping abilities. You don't have the thing to remove your own stress. Damn, okay, I need to unlock that. I have to spend some money unlocking that. Let's just move back into position as an effective way of faffing a turn away, and let's drop a heal. I can't on anyone but myself, which will have to be where it is. Arbalists, I've never really played them, because every time I've tried, it's been early in the game and I haven't enjoyed them. Everyone else speaks the world of them, so I should really give them like a decent shot. Alright, and I think here is a place for us to make camp. Don't need the health, but we do need the stress reduction. And we need the inventory space, that's for certain.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Prevents nighttime ambush all companions +7. That's pretty okay. Reduces torchlight by 100, +15 stress. Yeah, that's not great. Heal, self-buff. Let's reduce your stress a smidge. Or rather... I mean, I know this... Flagellant's going to have to spend a bit of time probably flagellating, to be honest, in the Abbey. So let's take care of the stress on the occultist. Okay. Do I have anyone that's religious? No, you aren't religious. Oh, Flagellant will be religious. He'll be so religious. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Remove disease. Do you have any diseases? You don't have any diseases. That's fine. That is fine. Heal removes plus speed. It's not too bad. But you're already so speedy, it's irrelevant. Less accuracy, less speed, and everyone has less stress. But we all take more stress from battle. I'm willing to make that trade right now. It's not a great thing, but I'm willing to make that trade. Okay. How many points left? 7. Okay. No wounds. We're at self-buff. That makes sense. 4 points left. 2 and 3 and... Okay, let's add some stress and prevent ambush. And with that 1 point, we will remove a disease that doesn't exist. Jolly good. That's a camp. That is certainly a camp.
A blazing star is born.
So everyone's feeling better aside from Thorell, who's fast and so angry. He is so angry. We have an abundance of food for heals. We have a pretty good stack of torches. And we've hardly used shovels because I was a sneaky little jerk and sidestepped the only obstacle we found so far. Bit of gold. That adds to the pile nicely. And let's get into what I expect will be an empty room. Nope, that is a battle and a half, but we have surprise on our side. Let's take full advantage of it. Now, I could try and drop some chain bleeds, but their resistance to bleed is already so poor, it's going to be a farce. Oh, Swine Wretch. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, Abyssal Artillery, you know what? I don't even care for. Forgot to shuffle position, which was regrettable, but that's going to happen sometimes. Let's drop that mark on the Acolyte. Done and done. And, well... Oh... Yeah, let's start working on the Brawler. 11 damage. Sniper Shot has a pretty good chance to kill. Boom!
Annihilated.
And Butcher's Cut drops him down on the Flagellant. No worries there. In fact, I halfway want you to focus down on him. If there's any way I could mark him up, Oh, that's why he has that complementary ability. That makes complete sense. Alright, let's keep taking this damage. I don't mind. What I will do though is secure a kill. Deny them turn. Right, your stress levels have gone down a smidge. We will press a mark on the chopper. And do some good old-fashioned country damage. Beautiful critical hit. Beautiful critical hit, and thank you for the stress relief. Butcher's Cut with Arbalist, and that hits home in ways which are just terrifying. And I don't want to get this kill now, because I need to address this bleeding situation I'm rocking. Damn. Damn, damn, dammity damn, damn, diddly damn, damn, damn. Okay, if I have to faff, I have to faff. Let's faff properly. Okay, you don't have to die here. No. 3 damage. And bleed again. That's weird reconstruction. Come on. Up by 16. Fantastic. Alright, you might just live. We've got plenty of food though, so I'm not too worried. Let's just take this guy out now. Beautiful crit.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I can try and remove... Yeah, that makes sense. And we're good. No, not yet. We aren't hardly finished yet. There are chests to open. And we should have enough food to keep our bleeders alive. Good trap dodge. Let's take this opportunity to eat.
Sedated.
Still have 12 damage to come. Kinda need to find myself a corridor battle, to be honest.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
And only 2 damage left. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine. We know it's an empty room because our objective was to complete all the battle rooms. We will, however, go and get that curio and finish down there, I think, because honestly all we're doing is carrying food. And torches and a skeleton key and some shovels and holy water, and let's be honest, we can get rid of that stuff pretty handily. Let's just have a look down this little expanse and see what we can find. Well, we've already explored everything. Oh!
Ambushed by foul invention.
Lots of stress, a little bit of damage, and we will live to fight another day. Pressing on. Let's see what we have to see. Oh, fantastic. Okay, before we approach it, let's choose who gets the love. Warren's Phobe. That's not amazing. Given that we're in the Warrens. Silly me. Lazy Eye, Stress Heal, and yep, none of those are too crushing. Zoophobia is terrible. Enlightenment is okay-ish. Don't have any range skills. Ruminator is kind of a problem. Warren's Phobe. Plus 20% stress on the Warrens. It's locked in. It's the most expensive thing for me to get rid of. That will be the one we do. And while I remember, I'll do a quick juggle around here as well. Looking through things, if I remember correctly. 17. Let's take the chance on you, good Hellion. And you fail. Some damage, bit of stress, but we will endure. Now I have plenty of torchlight. What I'm going to do is head down here, and I think I'm probably going to call time there, but if I feel really, really greedy, I'll take care of that coronal battle as well up north. Oh, another scroll! Amazing! Vomit on the Hellion. I'm happy to take some stress if I can just get rid of another cure and another quirk quickly. That is just fine by me. Just fine by me. Alright, let's drop... Yep, let's drop that on the back row. Floor bleed, 4 bleed it takes, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Renfield Gods, 5 damage, and even more stress for him to flagellate away. Wicked Hack could be a good call, but the chance of an insta-kill are very remote. We need to have a critical chance. Well, 9%. Meh, let's give it a go. Nope, not enough. That's not a surprise by any measure. What we can do, however, is finish this chap off. Post-haste. That said, we will have more battles in our future, so it might make sense to me to... No, he's below... he's on Half-Life. Alright, let's kill the guy with an action, because we know the Flagellant's really damn fast. Yes. Yes, I think that's going to work, because I get to do the super uber insane damage thing. What we will do, though, is finish off this piggy on the back row. Boom, shakalaka. She is gone, because I have a special ability. Okay, thanks for freaking everyone out. Boom! All the heals. Okay, what's your speed here? Your speed is nothing. Your speed is awful. Alright, let's just drop a sacrificial stab, get some damage started, and leave this combat in as good a place as we can. Renfield Gods drops, but is dodged because my Hellion is an absolute boss. We'll drop a heal on her, though, just to top her up. Only 2, but that gets me closer to full HP. Wicked Hack on the front row, and that brawler is an X-Parrot.
As
nicely done.
Mount, so too will resistance.
And it was Zoophobia. Let's get rid of that. You're no good to me if you hate animals. Beautiful. So a lot less stress coming through on that poor lassie. We're back to the beginning, and you know what? We can just be completionists here. We've got the food to burn. Like, I don't have any random events that can possibly, like, limit me. I'll take, like, maybe a smidge of stress as I go through this particular passage, but I'm not really worried. Up in Radiant, we've got a Rabble, a Brawler, and an Acolyte that we get the jump on because they are lobies. Oh! Well, I would have done that anyway. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's finish things off. No Enchantress. How wonderful. Wicked Hack to deny them a turn. Don't mind if I do.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Blind Fire buffs your speed and does some pretty reasonable damage, so... That was an arrow in the face. It is sweetly satisfying to do that to somebody else.
Push on to the task's end.
Now, like, on the off chance that's a scroll, like, it's not going to be. It's going to be like a sack or a pack. Let's just... I know it's a waste of your time. I really appreciate you guys watching this, but let's just indulge me. Indulge me this once, or indulge me just once again, because you certainly indulged me quite a bit if you've made it through the last series and this one too. But I just want to make sure that I haven't missed a chance to get some gold or remove a negative quirk or do Lord knows what. Again, just every chance to remove stress is a chance that I cherish. No, it's a silly thing. Look, let's take the chance at a disarm here, and it was a bad call. You know what? I got greedy. It was a wrong call to make. Let us get out of here and see how he did.
The twisting tunnels seem a little less impossible.
Oh. Yes, no, give me the giant gems, yes. Trapezohedrons, trapezohedrons, trapezohedrons until the day is long. Bit of a mixed bag in terms of heirlooms. Picked up 16 crests, 2 deeds, and 3 portraits, but every little bit counts. Steady bracer plus an accuracy for ranged skills and a debuff for dodge isn't the end of the world. But the key takeout here is 16,000 in gold. Levels up to 1, thank God, that is so overdue, from Castellon. Thorell is on the cusp of leveling up as well, but he's going to have to spend some time de-stressing. Off guard. Negative 4 speech. Really? Okay, I guess I got rid of one quirk, another one has to replace it. And Sickly and Ruins Adventure. Not too bad a combination there. In that I don't worry about disease resistances too much.
You answered the latter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
I answered the letter. Yes, of course, I thought I answered the latter. I'm like, what was a former? That's okay. Looking through the week's reviews, Claville got rid of automatonophobia. Few upgrades for me to invest some money in, and for a change I actually have some money to invest, which is wonderful. Do a quick check in here, and given the fact that I swapped midstream, I might give this Endure a quick upgrade. I will definitely consider getting the stress reduction. It's a lot of money, but I want it so much. Done. Done. That's going to make you a lot more survivable and versatile, no doubt at all. Alright, pressing onwards. Given you the upgrades I wanted to give you, that's fine. Let's give some the upgrades. The Arbalist. Yeah, that healing needs an upgrade. Blind Fire, I don't mind, to be honest, but we will keep upgrading the comp. Actually, Bowler's pretty good too, but we'll go with a Sniper Shot Marker combination and Blind Fire for the moment, and we will absolutely get you in for a quick armor upgrade, because Lord knows, level 1 armor is just begging for death. Don't think anyone else made it any higher. We'll do a quick check just to be redundant. Thorell, gone, bows. No, everyone's been upgraded, and now I can start making some choices about preferred means for stress relief. As a flagellant, I would expect that you would only flagellate. Is that fair? Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. You got quirks I can get rid of. But is there anyone else with an even worse quirk than yours? Unquiet Mind, meh. Dacnomania, meh. Zoophobia. Zoophobia is actually a real problem, to be honest, because I do a lot of Warrens runs and they get a lot of beasts. Deviant Tastes I can live with. Dark Temptation, nah. Off Guard. I want to get rid of Off Guard. Off Guard is terrible. Off Guard is terrible. Can't quite afford to unlock a Patient Cell. Let's take care of Off Guard. I mean, your speed is already so bad. Like, it's so bad. Why would you make it worse? Truly, why would you make it worse? Okay. Okay, staying focused. What else can I do? Sanitarium. No diseases that I can see on anyone in my parties, which makes things just fine. No upgrades to weapons, no upgrades to guilds. Who do we have in the stagecoach? Oh, so many flagellants. Yeah, I don't like those that suffer. Clear Mark, Transfer Mark, Prot, Deathblow Resistance. That's pretty epic. That is pretty epic. What do you have? The abilities that I know and love, a new and exciting friend, and yeah, that Reclaim. I think it might be something that's more worthwhile when it's upgraded. The idea of getting 2 health in exchange for 9 bleed makes no freaking sense to me. Yeah, no sense to me at all. I'm not gonna spend I'm not going to spend busts on a pennant hole. That doesn't make sense given everything I talked about in the last episode. That's just completely crazy. What I will do, though, do I have enough for the guild hall? Yes, I do.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
Okay. Well done. I'm gonna think about increasing my roster size, but I don't think I need it. Weapon upgrades are next, but now that I can upgrade some abilities, I can start spending some money. So Reynald is first up. Let's just spend that cash like there's no tomorrow. Dismas is next, and I love me these so gosh darn much. They're so complimentary. Quincaron will be able to heal like a boss, finally. Party heals with a decent chance of some actual success. Nothing to complain about at all. Plague Doctor will be Plague Doctor Agogo. Still really focused on the back rows, but at least that heal will do 2 every time. Could look to change that, but I like being able to get rid of bleeds, especially on the Cove. I'm just going to stick with 1 upgraded stack for the very, very moment. Oh, I've just realized there could be some amazing synergies between the Jesters and the Flagellants. Wow, this game has so much new depth. I'm going to go away and think about that somewhere else, because this episode has already run for almost a quarter of an hour. If you're still here, I thank you from the bottom of my soul for watching this far. I'm having so much fun playing this game. Once again, my name is Ahdoom. There's a playlist on the screen there if you're coming in late and you've actually made it this far. Start from the beginning, see how we're going, get a feel for the party and how we've built it up. And in any case, it is almost 2 in the morning. I definitely need to get some sleep, so I will sign off. Once again, guys, I'm Ahdoom, and I'll see you next time.